Cocktail Hour Cinema
Brunch Edition.
Talking drinks and cinema
And brunch.
We watch and eat some dinner
It's brunch?
But we don't show you the dinner It's Cocktail Hour Cinema
Brunch.
Cheers, everybody, and welcome to Cocktail Hour Cinema. My name is Brent.
I am Nico.
And I'm Emily.
And today we're discussing some movie news and Wandavision Episode 6. I hope you
Correct.
brought your black because it's Valentine's Day Brunch Edition. And I hope you bought your own flowers like Emily did for herself. Emily, what did you come up with this week?
So in honor of Valentine's Day, this cocktail is named after the queen of rom-coms. This is the Julia Roberts. So you're going to start off God, I keep saying we're going to start off with 2 ounces of rosé. You can use any kind of rosé, just not sparkling because you're going to shake it. You don't want it to explode everywhere.
And not sweet.
And not sweet, yes. A dry rosé. You're going to do 1 ounce of gin. Again, any kind of gin, whatever you got. 2 ounces of white grape juice. A quarter ounce to a half ounce of cranberry juice. A quarter to a half ounce of pink peppercorn syrup. We will include the recipe for that in the description. It's real easy to make. You're going to shake all that up in a shaker, pour it out over your big rock, and then top it off with tonic. It's super herbaceous. You want to drink it in a garden.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's a fun like pink cocktail that's not overly sweet.
You would want to drink this in a garden.
Yeah, crying by yourself.
Yeah.
Alone on Valentine's
Or with a
Day.
lover.
Oh, with a lover.
With a lover.
Oh, my dear Emily,
Bridgerton style,
you have
you know.
outdone yourself this week, my dear.
Why, thank you.
Very delicious. So we are going to change up the format for this show. We're going to be starting off with movie news instead of ending it. And at the top of our movie news segment,
Cue graphic.
Cue graphic.
Too graphic.
We're going to be doing, the first news we're going to be talking about is there's going to be a face-off remake coming from Godzilla vs. Kong's director, Adam Wingard, I think is his name.
That sounds right.
Yeah. What do you think, Emily?
I'm
you
so
were
excited.
the most stoked about this.
I'm so excited.
I was like, should we even talk about this? She's like, oh my God, what?
He brought it up right before we started filming this, and I was like, okay. And she's like,
yeah. Easily the most excited out of all of us here.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm sure there's no way they're gonna be able to recapture the magic that is Face Off.
It depends on who they cast in those 2 roles. That's the most important
what if
part.
they bring back
It's Chris
Nick Cage
Tucker
and John
and Kevin
Travolta?
Hart.
Yeah. Hey, I'd watch that. It's
Right.
Face Off is just the definition of batshit crazy action movie. I'm not typically an action movie kind of gal. I don't love James Bond. I don't love the Bourne movies. But when action movies are batshit crazy like Face Off is,
Yeah.
it's delicious. It's
Yeah.
it's an absolute treat all 2 hours that you're watching it. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was peak batshit crazy. Nicolas Cage
And Travolta.
and Travolta at the time. He's still bad. I mean, they're both still batshit crazy, but that was
the turning point.
And Brent hasn't seen it yet.
Nope.
Was it
We might
Woo? John
be
Woo?
doing that later
John
today.
Woo,
John
yeah.
Woo.
The flying Doves man, yeah.
Doves and bullets.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Doves and bullets, dude.
Oh.
Come on.
Yep.
We'll watch it after we film.
Yeah.
It's
Have
great.
you seen Broken Arrow? Another John Travolta classic with John Woo.
No.
I've never seen that one.
You haven't seen Broken Arrow? Okay, well, we're going to be doing a
Does
face-off Broken Arrow.
Does it involve Nicolas Cage dressed as a priest headbanging?
No.
Then I don't care.
John Travolta's in it, though, and he does some pretty great John Travolta-isms in it.
Say that
So-
5 times.
John Travolta-isms. John Travolta-isms.
After you get one. Have another Julia Roberts and then see if you can.
Brent, what do you think about this news?
I'm so excited. I'm mostly excited to watch Emily be excited until the movie comes out.
Yeah.
It's like the anticipation for the ball to drop is way more interesting to me than the ball dropping.
Yeah. The quality of this film is like TBD because we still haven't seen Godzilla vs. Kong yet.
Right.
So we don't know if he's even that great of a director. Actually, let me check to see what movies he's done before. He has done...
Shot bet. How many movies has he done before?
Or have you seen one of the movies
Yeah,
that he's done before?
Okay. Have you seen one of the movies he's done before? But you have, obviously, because you know...
I don't know.
Oh. No one knows.
No one knows.
It's
a mystery.
I'm on his IMDb page right now, but none of his movies are showing at this moment.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes, I have seen one of his movies.
Okay.
You go next.
I'm gonna say no.
Because you felt like you had to. Huh?
Yeah, I kind of want a shot right now.
Brunch edition.
Brunch edition.
Yeah.
Let's get fucked up.
Win-win. Brandon,
I'm gonna say no.
you're gonna say no? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't watch movies,
You don't
so
watch
that's
anything.
pretty safe.
I watch a lot of movies.
All right, Adam, let me scroll down. Okay, most notable, You're Next, 2011.
Nope.
VHS, 2012.
Nope.
The Guest, 2014.
Who's these horror movies?
The Blair Witch remake in 2016.
Nope.
I think I fucked
Are we
myself.
worried about,
I've heard of all of his movies, but I don't think I've seen any of
I'm
them.
a little...
Uh-oh.
The ABCs of Death.
Are we worried about the audio with Starbuck chewing on this bone?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I keep hearing.
Okay. PA Larissa, can you please wrangle
Wrangle,
the
our
buck
assistant
down
director
Yeah,
over
our
here.
assistant director is... She has a
Yeah.
bone.
Our
She's doing
our
some-
producer is so fucking worthless that we literally have a PA that's doing his job right now.
Okay, so
So dumb. So dumb.
please stand by.
Also, if you see me fussing around over here, I injured my foot the other day.
Emily, what did you do to your foot?
I
In this episode,
We'll do a reenactment.
yeah right.
cue reenactment
Reenactment.
over the voiceover.
So I was filling my metal water bottle. It's like 48 ounces, I would say. Maybe I was completely full. It's metal, and I dropped it directly on my big toe. My big toe is completely purple. I definitely did yell Ryan. I was like, ah! But I strained it yesterday, thinking like I can walk on it. I can totally walk on it, and I should not have walked on it as
yeah,
much
we
as I
walked a
did.
lot in the
Poor
city,
Em.
and that was probably
F's in the chat.
I'm broken.
Yeah.
I'm broken.
All right, so I haven't seen any of his movies.
Have you
So-
seen any of his movies?
I don't think so.
I
I've
don't
heard of a
think
bunch
so.
of them. I've heard, VHS and
I've heard of VHS.
Blair
yeah.
Witch remake and all that kind of stuff. But
Which I can't believe they gave him Godzilla versus Kong if all he's done
That's
is
his track
horror
record.
I mean,
movies, low key.
he is a white man, I would assume. So,
He
they
is-
just give white men things. So,
a white man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Correct.
explains
His
it.
name's Adam.
He is a white man.
Shot bet? White man? Yeah. Yeah.
Trash.
I can't believe they gave him this project, honestly. It's a huge project for Warner Brothers, and they gave it to some no-name B-list horror
He had
movie
a
guy.
really good pitch. That dude
I
had a
wouldn't say
good
B-list,
pitch.
But
Yeah.
like I've heard of all of those horror movies at least. But,
Okay.
but anyway, I think I need to take a shot. Cause
Yes.
You do.
Here we go.
You do.
All right. It'll numb the pain of my foot. It'll be great.
Cheers to the winners.
Cheers, sir.
So today I'm taking a shot of Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine apple pie
Old
flavor.
Smoky.
It's,
Old Smoky.
is delicious.
I actually like almost all of those. The like moonshine flavors.
The first one that I ever had, I was like, "Oh, it's full of cherries. It's going to be delicious." It was not delicious,
I don't
and
think I've had
I
the
felt
cherry
as
one.
though I drank gasoline. This one is.
I've had that one. I haven't had the cherry one, but the
Delicious.
apple is good.
Here's
Oh,
to
an
me
apple pie.
being overconfident in myself.
Cheers.
Eh.
Shot bet.
And if you're watching at home,
God damn, that stuff's good.
you take a shot with her.
Hey.
Yeah, do it.
All right, so that was the end of that movie new.
Just that. Oh, it's the
Next.
singular new movie. New.
Yeah, movie new. The next movie new is one of our favorite shows that we like to watch together is The Mandalorian. And guess what? Gina Carano, who plays Cara Dune, she's Cara Dunn
She
with the show.
Shut up.
But she was my favorite character.
Said no
She was an
one ever.
incredible actress. I mean, she was going to win an Emmy.
Really like Oscar potential in that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, she.
man, and she just has great, off the screen ideas about the world, and I just cannot believe.
Well, she can rest easy knowing that Ted
Kidding.
Cruz is a big fan of hers. He tweeted support of her. I'm dead fucking serious.
Okay,
Wow.
let's talk about that because that's like one of the most interesting things is his. He probably. Do you think Ted Cruz watches fucking?
Hold
Mando?
on. What did she do? Let's talk. Let's,
Yeah, I guess-
let's start
yeah,
off with
give the
what did she
rundown.
do?
So she's had kind of a long history of posting questionable thoughts and opinions on Twitter. She most notably kind of made fun of trans people and people who put pronouns in their bios by
Beep,
putting
bop, boop.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Pietro Pascal, whose sister just recently came out as trans, like a week ago or something, had to like sit her down on set and explain what pronouns are and why you
Why people
can't,
would
why
use them.
it's not okay to make fun of people. And I'm like, I
Right.
can't believe, like, we have to explain this to a grown ass person. She reluctantly took the beep bop boop out of her Twitter bio, but then continues like she posted a lot of like election conspiracy stuff,
Yeah.
anti-mask stuff, a lot of
She's
lot of
a
shit.
Q. She's a Q in that.
yeah, very much so.
Very much.
And then
for
kind
sure.
of the nail in her coffin was posting, to kind of sum it up, she was basically like comparing Republicans who, like, comparing people like being like, I don't like your political opinion, to the same thing as Jews being persecuted in the Holocaust.
Right.
I'm like, no.
She said before.
Really
yeah,
poor choice in an
before-
analogy.
Before Nazis, they were like beaten up by their neighbors. How is that unlike our current political, you know?
Because
Right.
Dichotomy.
because it's not the same thing
Because
at
it's
all.
not.
It's not like literally not the same thing.
Yeah. I see where she's trying to get, like, I see where she's going with her analogy, but it's completely not the same thing.
Yeah.
Very insensitive thing to post.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
overtly like racist or anything.
No.
It's just really dumb. It's just
Yeah.
really dumb.
It's
It's-
dumb and sensitive. She has no grasp of what the Jews went through. I mean, neither do any of us here, obviously, because we're.
Well, she,
None
obviously,
of us
she has
are
no
Jewish, yeah,
grasp of what trans people have gone through either.
Yeah.
It's just she's just a closed-minded person.
Yeah,
Right.
It's. I liked that the statement from Lucasfilm was essentially like, yeah, we weren't planning on having her in any future projects to begin with, but
Yeah, she
she's
wasn't
definitely
written
not
into any
welcome
projects
back.
already.
Yeah.
She already wasn't written into a project.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
they're like,
they-
but now she's definitely not going to be.
Right, and I know there's a lot of backlash about her firing. A lot of there are a lot of people who think it wasn't a good
Was an
choice.
overstep.
But the thing is, Disney warned her about posting on Twitter not once, not twice, but 3 other times.
Exactly.
And this was just another step. And if they didn't even have her written into the next season at all, they probably don't even have. They probably just have outlines right now. They probably don't have scripts completely written out. So if she's not essential to the story, then it's probably easy to kind of cut her out, especially if she's, you know,
Or
if
just
you're Disney,
recast her. You could so easily recast that character if you
could.
really wanted to keep Cara Dune in.
could.
We also don't know, like, what her relationship was with the other cast members and everything too. Like, if she was really beloved and accepted by all of her cast members, directors, producers, everybody, if she was like a part of the team that they couldn't help to lose, I'm sure they would have like talked to her and be like, look, you gotta,
Right.
Yeah.
But
if she was on thin ice.
and the other
maybe.
side of it is, and we talked about this on the text message when we were talking about this, but it's like, if you say something ignorant and stupid, and people point out that it was ignorant and stupid and that you offended people and hurt people's feelings,
Right.
you can apologize and you can move on and you can get,
Yeah.
you can move on. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
get, like, as an American society, we seem to be pretty, I mean,
In a society.
in our
We live in a
current
society.
We live in a society.
we are quick to cancel, but we seem to be quick to forgive when people show that they're
Sure,
actually taking the
absolutely.
steps to be forgiven.
Correct.
So she just never even tried. There was never.
Yeah.
Did she ever even apologize at all
No,
for any
she-
of the things
no.
she's ever said?
She did it kind of like, she's like, oh, with the whole transphobic thing, she was like, oh, Pedro explained to me why what I did was wrong and I won't do it anymore. And like, I think she did something.
No, but she also
very
said
quickly
that
after
she also said that wasn't it wasn't something about transphobia or about trans people, but it was more of it was a Star Wars reference. It was that R2D2 thing, beep bop boop. Clearly it wasn't, but that was her PR people trying to
They're
like
Jesus Christ, honey.
It's like Trump saying he was kidding after like half the nefarious shit that he said.
yeah.
Oh, I was kidding. It's like, dude, we watched the video
Like,
of you
no,
saying it.
that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least Ted Cruz is in her corner. I
Okay,
honestly,
yeah, let's talk
the,
about that.
the
'Cause that's
world,
funny to me.
if there's one way to live your life, it's to never do anything that Ted Cruz would be proud of you for.
Right. That's a good rule of thumb.
Just rule of thumb: would Ted Cruz approve of me doing this? Great, I'm not going to do it.
Also,
Right.
I don't
he
want
said
that.
he said like, oh, you know,
She broke boundaries.
yeah, she broke, but she wasn't like a
Powerhouse.
soft princess or whatever. She was a strong woman. It's like, so Star Wars has never had strong women.
Yeah,
besides,
there's
like,
never been a
every
strong
movie
woman in Star
ever.
Wars. Never. No, you're right, Teddy
Yeah.
boy. There's never been a strong woman in Star
Also,
Wars.
you know he doesn't fucking watch that show.
Yeah,
You know he doesn't watch that show.
he does,
Doesn't.
but and what I said to you, I was like, you know that when Mandalorian started, before Gina Carano started like tweeting her shit, he was like, I'm sure he was one of those fuckers who's like, oh, there's another girl in Star Wars. We don't need girls in Star Wars. And then it was like, oh, she's a bigot. Oh, I love her. She's great.
She's
Like,
the best.
Yeah. God.
yeah,
How
like
dare
I hope
Disney.
Carrie Fisher's fucking ghost haunts your ass.
Force Ghost.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a lot of other better things to do in heaven, I'm sure. But
Well, now I'm sure she'll...
take some time,
Yeah.
please, Carrie Fisher. If you're out there, if you're listening, if you're watching our podcast,
She's
take
100% watching our podcast
she's
in
one of
heaven.
our
Are you kidding
15
me?
subscribers.
Yeah.
One of the billions.
Just
18.
Take a moment and just fuck with Ted Cruz,
For
please,
further
just for me. Thank you.
Anywho, we're going to move on to other new. And
Another new.
another new. And our last movie new is Blade, the upcoming Marvel reboot
With Mahershala Ali.
with Mahershala Ali, our boy. They landed
gonna
the Watchmen writer, which is pretty great because the Watchmen TV series was written incredibly well.
It's
I haven't
so
seen
good.
the whole thing yet, but the
So-
first 3 episodes that I watched were
Same.
great.
I am rewatching it because our producer Ryan was like, "Oh, I watched the first 3 episodes and I never finished it," and so we're rewatching it. It's a great show to rewatch because upon the second watch, you see all the like. There's many like little puzzle pieces that come together. It's written so fucking well. It's so fun. It's weird as shit.
Right.
So, I'm like, you know me, I love weird. Give me weird.
Okay. I want to. So if Blade does exist, that means there's vampires in the MCU, right? So what the fuck are they going to be doing with that? And I know
I really hope they don't go down that road.
there was a vampire reference in the newest episode of WandaVision.
You're right. Holy shit. I didn't even put that
I didn't
together.
know.
Yeah.
What was it?
When
The 2 kids, Wiccan and Speed, they were talking, and Quicksilver was asleep
Billy
on.
and Tommy, they
Sorry?
have not had their,
You're right.
they haven't been revealed yet.
Wow.
Billy and Tommy
Billy
were talking,
and
and
Tommy.
Professional over here.
they were referencing Quicksilver, and they were like, "What, are you scared he's a vampire or something?" We'll talk about that later on, but
I don't think that necessarily links to Blade, but I like it.
no, I don't. I mean,
like it.
unless Quicksilver, the guy who's Evan Peters, is somehow a vampire
You're
himself.
getting deep shit here, Neeks.
Yeah, you've been
They
going
have
down
to
some
introduce.
YouTube
They have to
spirals.
introduce vampires somehow in the MCU because how would Blade even exist? And if the multiverse is kind of merging together, like if they're doing multiverse stuff and there's a universe with vampires, and if Evan Peters is using Wanda's magic, magic, to like feed off of her. We're gonna talk
We'll
about
get to it.
it.
We'll get to it.
I really want to talk about this episode
I
though.
really want to talk about that.
Let's get to it. But I do want to say this.
Hmm.
I really, really hope vampires don't become this like huge thing in the MCU because I just don't care for vampire shit. I never have.
Wait, but have you seen
Probably
Blade
never
though?
will.
Have you
Yeah,
seen Blade?
no, Blade was good. Blade was
Okay,
good.
okay.
Blade-
Like, it's
Blade was
different.
good.
It's
Blade-
it's different.
Blade was good, but
Kevin
it's so
Feige was a
easy to
producer
go
on
down
Blade.
that fucking spiral of like vampire shit.
And they like
No.
I remember that being. Even, I feel
I'm
like
saying no
even-
because it's not like they're gonna turn in like MCU's gonna turn into Twilight or something
No,
like
I know,
that.
but like if
gonna make shit
moving
complicated.
forward, there's
It
like
would.
vampires in even if they're a small part of like in everything, that's gonna bug me. I don't know why, it just will.
It's going. I mean, they're going to be in the MCU
You
because
heard it
Blade
here, Kevin
is.
Feige. Cancel Blade because Brent doesn't like
Blade
it.
is a vampire hunter story.
Blade. It's fine. Just don't like write it into all of them.
We're gonna have vampires. We're gonna have mutants very soon. We're gonna have like multi-dimensional madness happening. Like it's gonna be a very different MCU than what we saw in Endgame.
Basically,
very soon.
I found this often with Marvel movies. People are like, well, why didn't Thor come in? What was Thor doing? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, why was... It's like, just fucking relax. Like,
Right.
can we all just...
Where the vampires been up until this point?
Exactly. When it comes to that...
Why
it's
are
like,
they not here yet?
All right,
can we-
Bullwinkle.
like we've
Sounded
gone...
exactly like
we're
Bullwinkle.
like 12 years into the MCU. Like, shit is... It's... We've been through a lot.
Yeah.
It's getting more and more
We've been through a
complicated.
lot.
We've been through a lot. I've had to watch Vision die 3 goddamn times.
3 times.
I can't do it again.
And Loki's died. I can't even fucking remember how many times he's died.
But so it's like
And he's back.
I just can't watch them die anymore.
When it
Unless they
comes
get
to-
resurrected by vampires.
when it comes to the vampires, people are like, well, how are
Kermit
they
and-
going to
Kermit the
integrate that into
Bullwinkle?
the universe they've already built? And it's like, can we just
Yeah.
Just make a good movie. Like, just let's just trust them.
They make good shit.
They make good shit.
No matter how crazy and off the rails their concepts
Most of the
are.
time.
Yeah, I mean, recently
89%
they've been
of the
hanging.
time.
I mean, recently the last
Recently,
phase and a
they've been
half.
smashing it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you have to go back all the way back to Thor 2 to really say that was a bad movie, in my opinion.
Did Thor 2 come out before Age of Ultron?
It did.
Okay.
Age of Ultron was the finale of Phase 2.
Yeah.
Thor 2 was in the middle of.
Also,
Phase
I
movie
don't
news.
like Age of Ultron.
Do you want to talk about Snyder's cut? Do you want to talk
I
about
guess
Snyder's
we're a movie
Whoa.
news podcast,
Should
so
we
I
talk
guess
about
Hold
we
on,
have
hold on,
to.
guys. We live in a society.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
I can't believe.
Batman.
But we're talking about the Snyder Cut trailer that just came out. I watched it and I was like, all right, okay, all
I'm
right.
really excited for Ben Affleck to be Batman. So
Said no one.
I'm like,
Oh, hold on.
the
hold on.
preview made me just fall in love with that idea.
I'm actually really excited to see Batman and Jared Leto's Joker have scenes together because they've
Yes.
never had a scene together before, and that's what I mean. That's why Zack Snyder said that he was, interested in bringing Jared Leto back because like the fans deserve to have Ben Affleck and Jared Leto's Joker to have at least one scene together.
Go ahead and drag me in the comments. I'm really excited to see more of Jared Leto's Joker.
Long hair Joker, I'm in on it, and his damaged tattoos are gone at this point. So
or maybe he's like using some concealer.
it looks like he has
He's got a
makeup
little
on.
concealer
Honestly,
Was he
you know.
not super well liked?
No.
I mean, here's the thing. He's following up like Heath Ledger's Joker. He's following up.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
No.
Okay, so you
so
missed
bad.
him in it. He took a very different approach to the Joker. He was kind of like
He's like a
Like
Miami rapper.
like a Miami
drug
rapper,
dealer.
like kind of gangster.
He has like
Joker.
face tattoos, very obvious ones that says damaged across his forehead, and
That sounds
like
pretty lame.
It's weird. It's weird. And again, I like weird. I'm like, is it the best Joker? Absolutely not.
right.
I would never argue that it
Is
was
it
like
the top
it's
three?
a good Joker.
No.
No.
Is it top 5? Absolutely not.
But
You know,
Is
I
it top
kinda, I'm like,
10?
I gotta respect every
Probably not.
interpretation of the Joker. I like that it was so fucking.
There's
I'm
only
like, that's
there's only
weird,
5
but-
Jokers, and is it
Yeah.
top 10? No,
Out
not
of
at all.
5, is he top 1? No. Is he 4?
We all know Mark
No,
Hamill is
definitely
the
not.
best Joker. Mark
Hold on.
Hamill is the best. Always
This
will
Joker
be.
was clearly you guys know who Riff Raff is,
Yeah.
the rapper.
Oh yeah.
That's what this Joker was.
I
It was
toured with
Riff
Riff
Raff.
Raff.
You toured with Riff Raff?
He was on Warped Tour.
Oh, okay. Well, you
That's
didn't.
scams, yeah.
Did you see him?
Anyway.
Anyway, moving on. So, WandaVision. Should we talk
All right.
about WandaVision?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to WandaVision. So
And WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Episode 6.
here we go.
What did you guys think? It was great.
It's so great.
Yeah.
This is maybe my favorite episode of WandaVision
it's-
so
yeah.
far.
The show keeps getting better. They know what they're doing.
I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for Halloween, so automatically it was going to win points because it's a special Halloween episode.
Right.
So we were all wrong when we were like, oh, what 90s show is it going to reference? We were like, oh, maybe Friends, maybe Seinfeld, maybe, that. It was like, no, it's Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle,
100%.
right off the bat. Amazing.
Hold on. Malcolm in the
Smashed
Middle
it.
is not a 90s show. Came out in the year 2000.
Shot bet.
Shut up.
Oh, you looked this up already.
I did.
Damn it.
No shot bet because I know the answer already. It came out, it was from the year 2000 to 2009.
it's-
It was conceptualized.
Oh.
in the 90s.
We all know that life begins at conception. So.
Yeah. Every kiss
Yeah.
begins with K. Every. Yeah, I think they're skipping the 90s because I don't think there's a lot of episodes left in this series, and I think they're kind of
was like
wrapping up
late
this whole
90s,
sitcom thing.
yeah.
I think the next episode we're not going to see any of the sitcom stuff. I think the shit has hit the fan already with
It
Vision.
seems like the plot has gotten to a point where you can't make it kitschy with like a
Well, dude,
vibe anymore.
Vision is out of the trance. Basically, he's seen the soldiers on the outside. He knows that the town is being mind washed,
He
and
also
he's completely
kind
out of it.
Experienced himself die
Yeah.
He did.
Again.
But he also doesn't know that he died before, which is crazy. He's like, what's an Avenger? He has no idea what's going on. And so now that the show is stopped, so there's not going to be any more sitcom references. It's not
Yeah.
going to go back to normal.
Yeah.
The rest of the episodes here, Emily, you said that every episode from now on is an hour long
Yes.
each.
from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there only 3 episodes left?
3
I
episodes
think
left.
probably because 9 episodes. That sounds about right.
These next 3 episodes are going to be huge. There's not going to be a fake, happy-go-lucky thing. The kids are going to have to understand that their life's all a fake. Like what's
Well, they
that
found out
gonna-
that their Dad died in this episode.
No, Vision looks like he's back to life when she
No, but-
expanded the bubble. Oh,
Pietro said
Pietro.
that to her.
Pietro.
Like, you can't bring back your dead husband again or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then
And,
she
and the
hit
kids
him.
are like,
Oh, Mama, why? Pietro, why? What do you mean?
So I remember a couple episodes ago we were like, oh, will the kids be able to exist outside of the bubble? Blah blah blah. I kind of want to like retract my answer and say that yes, because now I know that I'm a shitty comic book fan. I was like, oh, I didn't
Right.
realize that they are actual characters, Speedy and Wiccan.
And Wiccan, yeah. I think
and
it's just
they
Speed and Wiccan.
and
Speedy.
they're.
Idiot.
Sounds like they're building the
Young
Young Avengers.
Avengers.
Yeah, with Kate Bishop, who's
Yep.
going to be in the Hawkeye
Yes.
show.
Young Avengers.
yeah, can't wait.
Dude, Brent is so stoked.
I'm so stoked. I've been talking about Young Avengers since like
Today.
98.
Since
right
like
Since they were conceptualizing Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, wow.
wow.
That's tough,
Yeah,
dude. Wow.
seriously, it's gonna
So
be
impressed
fucking
by you.
So tight.
Cassie Lang is part of the Young Avengers. Ant-Man's Dada.
Oh, cool.
Remember how we watched Ant-Man the last time? Remember last time?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Good memories.
Remember?
Remember?
Catherine Hahn,
Right.
best scene of the episode to me.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Also, just recast Cara Dune with Catherine Hahn.
yeah,
So
big
stoked.
strong woman.
Oh, we've got an intern is in
We
the
got an
shot.
intern.
No, intern
He's
Andrew's
probably not in the
hobbling
shot.
around,
Yeah.
Oh, intern.
looking for
Well,
a,
intern Andrew.
looking for a place to die.
Sir,
Okay.
payday is on
Looking for a
Friday.
place to die.
Payday's on
God.
Friday.
He is an old man.
Good boy.
Okay.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Good boy.
We have so many dog employees. We should probably hire like an
If he-
equipment, maybe.
Yeah, how many dogs are on our staff now? Four?
Four?
There are
Yeah.
4 dogs.
I'm going
in
to
the
put
building
them
our
on the
staff.
screen so
cat, and we
everyone
have
out
one
there
cat,
can
too.
see
Our
every
editor
single
is-
dog that's in here.
Our
through 'em.
editor is a
There's-
cat as well.
Yeah, right.
There's Andrew. There's Trissy. There's Sundance.
And
And
Starbuck.
there's Starbuck.
And wait.
Q graphics.
And Wit.
And Wit.
He's the editor.
He's the editor. Whoa. Wow, it took my job real
Just
quick.
smokes a cigar as he
Yeah.
edits the whole thing.
Yeah, do it the same, but do it better.
Thanks, Wit. Good advice.
Yeah.
Hayward, a.k.a. Sergeant Dickface, has officially become the antagonist.
The biggest dick face.
Remember we were talking
Right.
about, like, who's the antagonist going to be? Is it Wanda? Like, what?
Nope, it's Hayward.
It's Hayward.
It's Hayward.
Hate him
Yeah.
so much.
I still think Quicksilver is going to be. I mean, he's still clearly going to be somebody important.
The next
but
3 episodes are going to open up to a lot of shit.
Right.
His line of like, "Oh, your dead husband can't die twice." I was like, "Kill him, murder
Right.
him now." That was that hurt my heart.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm like, I don't need to watch Vision die again.
He's going to die again.
I'm not your husband. You can talk to me.
Yeah.
I still think that he might be Mephisto, which is the devil.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
Well, I mean, there's a reference.
I'll talk into
He
the mic.
calls the kids demon spawn at
Oh,
one point.
yeah, you're
oh,
right.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, which means that if those kids did come from Wanda, like who was the father, Vision can't be the father. Maybe Mephisto.
Kind of an immaculate conception kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean maybe
Jesus.
she did. Yeah, maybe she did. What's it called? Like she impregnated herself. What's it called? When
think those are called-
when lizards
those
do
are
it.
the asexuals,
Jurassic Park.
right?
Jurassic Park. They did it. Like it was
No,
like
I just like seeing you struggle
Yeah,
with
no,
this.
yeah.
Like,
Those are the asexuals, right? The ones that just get pregnant by themselves?
right.
no, like kind of like hermaphroditic conception kind of thing, where it's like, oh well,
It's hot.
I need to be, I need to be pregnant. Better turn into a boy,
Right.
essentially. Yeah, like Jurassic Park.
Like exactly like Jurassic Park.
You know, like
I
Jurassic
really like the
Park.
part where he was like, "What happened to your accent?" She's like, "What happened to your accent?" And he's like, "What happened to yours?" Because then, like, her original character had more of an accent, right? And they kind of like worked it back.
She pulls. They pulled it back a little bit in the movies since Age of Ultron when she was introduced, but then
Best movie ever.
when she,
No.
but then when she exits the hex, she has her accent back again.
Yeah.
So I think she's putting on not having an accent. in
She's
the
putting on a
hex.
role.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
she's acting.
yeah, she's in a sitcom. She's going to be acting like in an American sitcom. You know, like.
Did
And as soon as she left the hex, she was back in her old evil Russian
No.
Slovakian.
It's It's Eastern European. It's
Right.
Sokovian, which
Sokovian.
isn't a real place.
It's not a real place.
But it's Eastern European.
Correct.
Cue the map graphic with Sokovia.
Yeah, it was Sokovia.
Just like fit it in between Romania and like Bulgaria.
Separate those.
like in the middle of the
Probably not
ocean
even-
somewhere.
Yeah.
I like that Quicksilver was wearing puka shells. And also had the world's shittiest
'em.
mom tattoo on his shoulder. Did you
I
guys
saw
see it?
that.
It
I
looks
did.
like it's
I
made
saw
of
that.
crayon. It's so bad.
Yeah,
it's
it's
awful.
real bad.
So,
What's up?
what was the deal? You guys probably know better than me. I saw like a little thing about it, but
We do.
her wearing that costume,
Mm-hmm.
that red costume.
It's comic book accurate Wanda.
That's
And
what Scarlet Witch looks
that's
like
what
in
she
the
looks like in the
comics.
comics.
And she talked years ago in an
And
interview
Vision.
about
Vision.
wanting to wear that.
Yeah, Elizabeth
Right.
Olsen is one of those actors that's not just like, oh yeah, whatever, like I'm gonna do a comic book movie. She if I remember correctly, she wasn't like a big comic book fan before getting the role, but she very much
She
did the
dove
fucking
in.
Right.
research.
Yeah.
And she was like, I
She's a
need
big
to
fan.
wear
Those
the
are the
comic.
best kinds of actors and actresses,
Yeah.
especially in
Yeah.
these kind of roles. You need to do your research and become a comic book fan yourself.
Yeah, like there was an interview around the time that Age of Ultron came out,
Mm.
and I sent the clip to you guys, and it was like, oh, like what would you want to do? And she's like, well, I really want to do House of M, but they would never do it. And it was like, oh shit,
They're
like, that's
totally
what
doing House of
WandaVision
M
is.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
So cool.
I love her.
Oh god.
Oh god. Elizabeth. Can we talk about the commercial real quick? The shark, the Yo
Like a
Magic.
Gushers commercial.
It was such
totally a
I
Gushers
was
ripoff.
obsessed.
Yeah, it was a '90s era like stop claymation,
Yeah.
like Capri
Excellent.
Sun
So
kind
good.
And you
of.
feel like
Yeah.
you know exactly where it's going. You're like, all right, I've seen this commercial a
And
million
then the
times.
kid starves to death.
he dies.
I think that,
Yogurt for survivors.
I think that commercial is an analogy for this entire story. I think that the shark is Mephisto. I think that or some bigger foe, you know. And Wanda is like, this is her survival thing, like, you know, like this, like
Yo,
the,
magic.
the shark even said, hold on, I wrote it down here. I used to be hungry all the time until I snacked on Yo Magic, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Yo, magic.
like Yo Magic is your magic, basically.
Yeah.
And I think that the shark is an analogy for this bigger foe, and he's basically like illusioning this whole world and like kind of feeding on her energy in a certain way, which I think maybe Mephisto was controlled in some way by an Infinity Stone, and now that they're gone, they're all destroyed. Maybe, you know, his prison cell that he was in is kind of unlocked, and now he's out and about, and he's been starving all this time, and he's feeding on Wanda's energy.
Does anyone want to shop at? I need another shot.
Agnes laughing like a witch.
The witch laugh. Yes, you looked at me. We rewatched it right before this episode. And Brent just was like,
I hadn't watched it yet. They've already watched it like 15 times. And
But if
only
she,
seen
if
it
she
once.
is a witch, then she's not in control here at all.
not yet.
or is she
yet.
acting? Or was that totally like a machination?
It looked like she was escaping. You know what I mean? Because
Do you want me to take it again?
They kind of established that like everyone who's not around Wanda is kind of drifted off into nothingness, and
Yeah.
you see there's like a couple like hanging up something like they're in a Pirates of the Caribbean ride where they're just kind of
Just the
repeating.
animatronic.
God,
Like
that
I
was
got
so creepy. I loved it.
one bit of motion,
Right.
and that's it.
And I think that like there's a
Pick
radius.
up the pumpkin. Put down the pumpkin.
But Agnes
pick up
has
the
had those
pumpkin.
moments throughout the series that are different than other characters. Where like,
Yeah.
do you want me to take this again?
Right.
That part, it's like,
Hold on, the security guard in this episode
Yeah, no.
kind of did the same
I was
thing.
like, I was gonna say Herb did the same thing where he was.
That was Herb. That
yeah,
was Herb.
where
That's Frankenstein. Duh.
yeah, because he's got the little like the neighborhood
said
watch
Herb.
thing. But she's like,
missed
oh,
it.
I thought Vision
Watched
was
it 3
like
times.
was helping you on duty. And he's like, no, it's not. He's like, is there anything I can do for you, Wanda? Like, do you want me to change something? And I was like,
yeah,
oh,
that
Right.
part.
Herb
Yeah.
knows.
I mean, I just think that, you know, if these people are under a certain spell, then they kind of understand it in a certain way, and maybe they could break out of it, or maybe.
Well, Pietro said too, like, I like how you made it so that their core character is still there.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? Like, his core character, Agnes's core character is still there, but they're in control. So it's like maybe there's that little bit of like, I don't know, it's coming through slightly. Not enough for them to actually like have volition over their actions, but
Pietro also made another quick comment because remember there was a couple episodes ago, I think Vision maybe said it, where he was like, "Why are there no kids in Westview?" And Pietro made a comment to Wanda, was like, "Oh, I like how where you've been hiding all these kids this whole time. Like, you just brought them out for the Halloween episode,
Right.
Kind of thing.
Well, dude, in episode 2, there's a big thing about for the children, like this cult-like chant. There's definitely something with the children that is going to be revealed at some point.
Yeah, with
that is, I have no idea.
Billy and Tommy, you think?
Right.
Probably.
They're gonna build a fort and they're all gonna play together.
Maybe
That sounds
this
good.
bigger antagonist is
And then there'll be
kind
a
of
movie.
feeding off children's energy too in a certain way. Maybe like that's where they were at. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hayward is definitely feeding off of children's energy.
Hayward. Yeah,
Also,
he
the town
definitely-
of Hayward hate you.
Hey!
I'm kidding. I'm
This is
kidding.
brunch edition. We don't bring that kind of shit in
I'm
here.
kidding. No hate. No hate on this pod. Except for Joss Whedon. Fuck you, Joss Whedon.
Oh, he is a big fan of the pod.
Don't be.
Wow. Don't be.
Don't be.
Also, don't be. Stop existing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
Emily is on a tear. You have outdone yourself.
Brunch edition of Etzimosas.
Well, we're off the rails here on CHC.
We are indeed.
When Vision was dying again, it made me very sad. Okay, moving on.
I can't.
Kat Dennings getting into the orb, and they never
Oh,
show
that'll be
what
fun.
They didn't show what she would look like inside.
Yeah, I
want
want to see what Jimmy Woo and Kat
Yeah.
Dennings look like.
Right.
Well, it's going to depend on what era
I
of
don't think
time.
they got
Well,
absorbed.
they were like driving away from it.
Yeah,
it
they weren't
seemed?
absorbed. But Kat Dennings definitely was because she was handcuffed.
But that's the thing is, like you were saying, like,
Oh,
oh,
right,
things are going to be
right.
normal now. Do you think they're just going to be absorbed into present time? Like
What do you mean?
like you said, her appearance being changed. Her appearance is going to be based on what era of time they're going to be in.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
So, like, are they going to be in just straight up present time? Is it going to be the 2000s? Is
It's
it
gonna be
gonna
like Lizzie McGuire early 2000s
Right.
style.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's
Like-
gonna have
Right.
really ridiculous outfits.
Because if
and
it's
a lot
just
of clips
if
in
it's
their
just
hair.
present time, she's probably going to look pretty much the same.
She's gonna play
Different
her,
outfit.
her Two Broke Girls character.
She just have an apron.
Yeah.
That's it. She's the only difference.
She's a
That blonde,
diner
her
employee.
blonde friend is like with her, and they're like working in a diner.
Yeah.
That would be really meta and
be pretty
sick.
sweet.
I would like that.
Or her.
They're like
Nick-
trying
her
to
Nick
plan
and
how to
Nora-
fuck Vision.
Yeah.
God.
As long as
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge shows up. Jennifer Coolidge she plays Stifler's mom. She's in Two Broke Girls. She's always like big and booby.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
there is something that we haven't talked about yet, and where Jimmy Woo and Monica Rambeau, they're going to go meet an aerospace engineer. They've talked about this character a bunch, but
Oh yeah,
they haven't mentioned him by name. And
it's gonna be someone important.
right.
Who do you think?
Well, I have been watching some YouTube videos that was unrelated.
We
Hold on,
know.
unrelated
We
to
know.
my theory about the Infinity Stone.
Oh, weird. Nico watched a YouTube video.
I have.
Weird.
And
I've never even heard of that. What is YouTube?
What is YouTube?
Is that a channel? Is that an internet site?
might be. I don't know. where are we?
Oh God, careful.
Oh God,
Jesus.
I'm disrupting the universe.
My Princess Leia bobblehead is bobbling.
Okay, so the Elizabeth Olsen and the actor who plays Vision, what's his
Paul
name?
Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
They both said that there was a they both said that there's a Luke Skywalker level cameo that's going to show up in this, and this aerospace engineer is someone that they've been teasing for a few episodes now. And a lot of people are thinking that it's going to be John Krasinski as Richard. What's Fantastic Four
Reed.
man? Reed Richards. Yeah, Fantastic Four man.
I'm into it.
I would scrim.
I was Scram.
I would scrim.
Right. Unless it's like Jason Biggs as Reed Richards. Like, it's someone who's not John Krasinski. It's someone way worse.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that could be something. I mean,
That
Fantastic Four, those characters are in the MCU at this point. So.
I hope it's John, and I hope at some point in the first episode he just looks at the camera and goes, end show.
right.
anyway. That
Anyway. Wouldn't that be crazy?
if it's Reed Richards,
I think there's some big turns coming up in this next couple episodes. I think there's gonna be some huge reveals, some big shit.
yeah, but
that's
it's either
gonna
gonna be
happen.
Three
someone.
hours
It's either
or
gonna be someone we
1 hour
know.
episodes.
it's going to be someone like we know that's like, oh shit, it's that character, or it's going to be like someone we've never seen before.
I don't think we know any aerospace engineers in the MCU at this point.
I mean,
but there are aerospace engineers in the comic books. And Reed
what's
Richards is
Natalie
one of those
Portman's job?
Oh, yeah, shit. I have no idea.
She's a scientist of some sort. I guess we gotta watch Thor: The Dark World in order to figure it out.
Thor 1. No. They go into her character.
Don't make me watch Thor: The Dark
Thor
World.
1 was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next episode. I'm very excited. Any other...
Thanks for watching. Until next time.
I'm Nico.
And you've been watching Cocktail Hour Cinema Brunch Edition.
Valentine's Day.
Cut.
Cocktail hour cinema, talking drinks and cinema. We watch and eat some dinner, but we don't show you the dinner. It's cocktail hour cinema.